This really isn't supposed to be happening, but it is. Everything's coming apart at the seams. Bad news everywhere. I'm going to go over four different stories with you, but here's the good news. As doomy and gloomy as all these stories are, I'm going to show you how to make a crap ton of money from it. And it's just the truth. First story is out of Zero Hedge. It's entitled Falling Off of a Cliff. This chart proves that we are in a major economic downturn right now. Regardless of what the mainstream media and the government tell you, things aren't actually doing good. It says the last 4 years have been an economic nightmare for most Americans, and that is one of the primary reasons why you know who won the election. But as we approach 2025, things are starting to get frighteningly bad when the number of job openings in the US drops by 2 million or more. That normally signals that we are either in a recession or that one is about to happen. Well, as you can see in this chart that I'm about to show you from Bravos Research, we are witnessing a collapse in job openings that is absolutely unprecedented. Now, we have seen in 2023 a lot of layoffs happen, right? We haven't heard a lot about layoffs lately. However, we are seeing a lot of consolidation in companies. Well, this is where you need to see how bad things are. Now, check this out. This is job openings absolutely collapsing. So there are less jobs available today than there were there a little while ago. As a matter of fact, if you look, we're sitting at the top of 2018 job numbers before it started to collapse going into COVID. Now, it's one thing to see unemployment climb, right? Which we actually are seeing unemployment get worse. It's another thing to see job openings collapse, all right? This is going to be incredible because remember, the less people that have jobs, less money there is circulating, the velocity of money slows down and things get really bad. Real quick, I need to tell you, this is the last day for the sale on the Tax Lien Pro and the Tax Foreclosure Master or Tax Deed course. It is going up in less than 24 hours. If you'd like to buy it now, perfect. Right when I get back from Thailand, we are going to be uploading the rest of the videos to complete the Tax Lien Pro, and then it's off to Tax Foreclosure Master. And I think I've already got like 10 or 12 videos in the hopper there going to the editor. So we are seeing unemployment rise slightly. We are seeing job openings collapse. Okay, so that's very, very bad. I've got more stories to go over with you because it actually gets way worse. But again, when you see this and you understand, oh, things are going to get bad. We're entering a recession, which I believe is a mini depression. But I believe you're going to see a lot of this data hitting the mainstream media. CNBC, Jim Cramer will be talking about how bad things are once the new president gets into office. All right. So it says here, we've got problems at banks. Well, no duh, right? We've seen a massive banking crash in 2023, but it was papered over by Janet Yellen and the government. Well, this is out of USA Today, mainstream media. FDIC problem bank list grows as industry profits dip. It says as top US bank regulator has added two banks with combined assets of roughly $84 billion to its so-called problem bank list in the third quarter, while overall industry profits dipped 8.6%, the regulator said. The FDIC typically does not identify firms that are added to the list because they don't want to create a bank run. That's the only reason they don't do that, which includes banks that have received partially low confidential scores from bank supervisors. FDIC Chairman Martin Gruenberg said the overall level of problem banks now totals 68 firms. Is not atypical, but he added that it is a consequential development for individual firms that comes with added scrutiny. He said, we certainly pay close attention, especially to the individual institutions that may have or be having heightened supervisory issues relating to the downgrades, he said at a press conference. Remember, anytime a bank gets downgraded, its credit score, its bank credit score drops, and it has to pay more for the overnight lending rate or from another bank, okay? This is a big deal. Other banks don't want to lend to them because they're like, you know what I mean? It's not a good thing, all right? He says, in addition to, for larger firms, to the problem bank list happening roughly a year and a half after the abrupt failure of Silicon Valley Bank kicked off broader turmoil in the banking sector, which led to the failure of two other regional firms and aggressive intervention by regulators to shore up the system. On Thursday, the FDIC reported quarterly profits for the banking sector were down slightly after banks enjoyed a one-time surge in the prior quarter. The slightly lower profits were primarily due to the fact that the banks reported one-time gains on equity security transactions in the second quarter. Fact of the matter is, in layman's terms, things are bad. They're not good. It's not good. As a matter of fact, and this is the thing, most people don't see crashes happening as they happen. That's why they don't prepare. That's why I've been telling people to get ready for this, right? All right, let's get into this story. Check this one out. Real estate guru Barbara Corcoran predicts, this is the no-brainer. I want everybody to hashtag Captain Obvious here. Predicts dropping mortgage rates could make the housing market go ballistic. Well, no stinking duh, Barbara. That's the thing with these people, these gurus. After a while, they don't have anything really cool to say, and they get paid to say things positive so that you believe that they're right and things you're gonna run out and buy a house, right? That's where Barbara Corcoran makes most of her money. She gets paid hundreds of thousands of dollars per real estate agent to pump them up and then tell you that the real estate market is doing great. Yet we've seen with people like Dave Ramsey or other people talk about how housing never goes down. They completely lie, going, I didn't see it coming in 2008, 2007, and they get away with it scot-free, right? It's absolutely disgusting to me. It says here, real estate guru Barbara Corcoran has revealed the mortgage rate drop that she believes would cause the housing market to go ballistic, while warning that there is a desperate need for more first-time buyers, suckers. That's what she means, okay? That's just so you know. There's a desperate need for more suckers to buy houses, or I'm screwed. That's what she's saying. To get into the property ladder. Barbara Corcoran, 75, shared her expert insights on the current state of the market during an appearance on Fox Business. She told the host, Neil Cavuto, that if mortgage rates drop to anywhere within the 5% range, it could trigger incredible home buying activity. Well, no freaking duh. That's how it works, Barbara. We all know that. Hey, do me a favor, everyone. Type 1 if you figured that one out. I mean, if you're like, yeah, if the cost of a mortgage goes down, a bunch of people are going to run into the housing market. Yeah, type 1 if you get that. Like, just curious. Hey, Barbara, I hope you're watching this video. Just see everybody that's typing a 1 right there. Yeah, you're not a rocket scientist. We all figured it out. Okay, cool. Now, what Barbara's not telling you is that actually interest rates can't go down. You see, just like the Fed came out and goes, we lower rates today, 50 basis points and 25 basis points. Let's shake in another 25. The bond market go up. Yeah, 10-year bonds go up. Why? Because investors like myself go, you want me to loan you money for how long, for how little? Yeah, I don't believe Joe Biden and this crazy inflation. The truth of the matter is that these people are just a bunch of tools. And the sad thing is they think that you're a tool, and I'm a tool. Yeah, a lot of people think I'm a tool. But the fact of the matter is, it doesn't matter. You see, it doesn't matter what people think about you. It matters what you know. See, if you know that the bond rates are going up, which means it's going to put upward pressure on mortgage rates. You see, the only way banks can make mortgages if they try and con people into essentially non-conforming loans, less than standard rate of down payment. Hey, you know what? Just give us 1% down payment. Like the home builders can't sell unless they do all these backdoor actions trying to get you into a loan. You know that the market's weak. I've been showing people like how many people are just not paying their taxes, and tax liens are exploding. Tax foreclosures are exploding. Rubber Chicken Man says he's a tool. I mean, we're all tools. Hey guys, if you're a tool, proudly just put it down below. I'm going to put it right now. I'm a tool. Academia went right past me. Good news. My bank account didn't give a crap. You don't need a college degree to understand how market dynamics, especially real estate cycles, work. As a matter of fact, many of you probably took the real estate cycles course a long time ago, right? Like if you did, say, I took the cycles course and you get it. You're like, oh, this happens, this repeatable pattern happens every 7 to 10 years in the real estate market. And every 50 to 100 years, it happens on a big scale, right? And the truth is, you can make a crap ton of money. So I'll remind you, price is going up in less than 24 hours if you want to learn about this stuff. And the truth is, what I want to teach people is stuff that only 1 or 2% of investors, real estate investors, have any clue about. I want to teach you like insane skills, things that once you learn it, you know it forever. And you're like, yeah, I might not want to buy tax liens or deeds right now. I may not want to make 18 to 36% a year. Who really wants to make that? I mean, I know a lot of people that don't want to make that. It's like the same people like, I don't want to make tons of money in Bitcoin. Oh, then don't buy it. Okay, that's what I'm going to do. All right, if you don't want to make it, you can at least learn how to do it, and then you know it for the rest of your life. Because last time I checked, last course I paid $2,000 for a course a while back on how to do tax liens. I'm like, people are getting robbed. All right, so let's dive into the next story. Done with Captain Freaking Obvious Barbara Corcoran. All right, let's see here. Falling off a cliff. Yeah, that looks really bad. Is that? Yep, that's really bad. We already went through that story. All right, let's get rid of that. Sorry, it's so unprofessional of me. Bitcoin, yeah, it's going up. Copy, we know that. Oh yeah, so we're seeing an uptick in tax issues. Justin Bieber is going to be losing his Coachella house. I know a lot of people care, but it's because he didn't pay his tax bill. And not a lot of people know that tax foreclosures and tax liens. Oh, check this out. Do you know that you don't have to live in a tax lien state to be able to buy tax liens? I know it sounds crazy, but there are people that have called me and go, well, I don't want to do tax liens. I live in California. It's a tax deed state. I'm like, what are you talking about, Willis? Did you know that, the stocks you own in your portfolio, do you live next door to the CEO? No. Is the company located in your state? No. Same thing with tax liens. You could turn around, and if you live in California and it's tax deed state, you get online, register for an auction, and you buy a tax lien in, I don't know, Texas, Florida, Colorado, New Jersey, and you make stupid amounts of interest. I know it sounds crazy. And then the county pays you back your initial investment plus interest. I mean, there's some things you got to learn, de-risk the situation. But I mean, I know people right now, that you're buying an 18% tax lien and it gets paid back in 3 months because you bought an owner-occupied tax lien. And the owner's like, I didn't have the money last month. I blew it on lotto tickets. And then I found out I was going to lose my house. I'm like, I better pay my tax bill. So they went and figured something out and they sold their lawnmower. Anyway, my point being is, if you want to learn how to make that kind of stuff, links down below. Price goes up starting tonight? We have less than 24 hours. To everybody that's taken my courses, can you guys do me a favor? Throw me out a solid, because I don't want to make up and lie about I just won't do it. I won't make up anybody's. I don't even want real reviews unless they're live. You put them down in here, because I can't fake those. Let them know what the courses are like. I want to teach you skills that you'll never forget, and you will always make money. You'll be able to teach your family how to make money. And oh yeah, you want to buy a property for 10 cents on the dollar? Yeah, check out this list, this auction right now of all these properties. Yeah, I'm going to buy them cheaper than bank foreclosures. I know it sounds crazy. It's a learned thing. If you want it, it's there. Hopefully you have a great night. The Economic Ninja. That was a great snap. Is out. See you guys.